Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is July 26th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery as of yesterday. Let's scroll through here and look at those cumulus clouds built across the Sierra Nevada, right over Lake Tahoe. Lightning started in the early afternoon hours. We continue on through the afternoon and look at all these lightning strikes, hundreds of lightning strikes, maybe even thousands across the area. There's the I-5 corridor. You see the higher terrain off to the west, getting plenty of lightning activity there yesterday. And we scroll through the overnight hours, or where we go to sunset right there. You can still see we had some thunderstorms continuing right along the I-5 corridor there. And then we push on to the overnight hours. We get a break in that activity, and here we are this morning. Kind of still see some mid-level moisture out there. Going to get some additional thunderstorms here over the next few days as well. We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at how long this cool weather is going to last here across the state of California. It's been quite an epic run here for some areas. It's still been kind of a mixed bag on who's been getting above normal versus below normal. We'll take a look at some of that here as we go through the video this morning. So taking a look at all that lightning activity on the day yesterday, that lines up with what we just saw in the visible satellite imagery. And if you want a weather station to detect that lightning, check out the link down below. This is a very fun station. It stores all the data for you in the cloud, and you can go back and look into the past and see how many lightning strikes you're getting. And it also does all kinds of other stuff. Very fun weather station. Helps support the channel as well. Now, looking at lightning flash density potential for today. If you scroll through there, you can see it does pop off a thunderstorm or two across some of the coastal terrain there, and again, some of the Sierra Nevada. And there's Lake Tahoe here, and then we go through the day today. We come back out into Sunday, and you still see it wants to develop some additional thunderstorms here on the day Sunday, Northern California, Northeast California, up towards the Oregon border, also on the afternoon for Sunday. So watch out for that. Now, vertically integrated smoke. Really, the only thing we got going on here is the Orleans complex. It is kicking off some smoke. It continues to do so, especially through the afternoon hours. But the vast majority of the state is doing quite nicely. You see much of central Southern California is not dealing with any smoke at all. As we go through the day tomorrow, the Bay Area should be largely clear as well. The Sacramento Valley not dealing with much smoke. But still, if you are in the vicinity of that Orleans complex, it doesn't give you, it doesn't give you much comfort there when you're dealing with all that smoke. But anyway, the Orleans complex is right around 20,000 acres as of right now. But again, we are doing pretty good, all things considered so far. We're still kind of in the early stages of the fire season though, so let's not count our chickens before they are hatched. Now, looking at thunderstorm probabilities for today, you can still see there's Hayfork there, 15% chance. Redding, 50%. Red Bluff, 13%. Susanville, you get better chances towards Lake Tahoe and some of the Sierra Nevada here as well. And again, this is issued for today. Now, camping safety. If you are a mom or a dad or a camp leader or whatever you're doing out there, just have an idea of where you are. Are you in a low-lying area? Are there burn scars around? What kind of thunderstorms are forecast in and around your area? Learn how to visit, learn how to view clouds. That's a really good one too. When you see those cumulus clouds building up, just because they're not over the top of your head does not mean they can't be producing heavy rain in nearby areas. And always watch out for that dangerous lightning. And the National Weather Service has a nice list of other things you can do as well. Now, taking a look at the Storm Prediction Center, here is day 1 and day 2. No surprise for that thunderstorm activity again in some of the similar areas. And they've also got kind of this contradiction going on where the isolated dry thunderstorms are across portions of California, as well as the excessive rainfall outlook. But I guess the reasoning is that these individual showers can still be producing some individual areas of some heavy rain, and you can still have the isolated dry thunderstorms that are kicking off some of those strikes. There's some fuels that are very receptive to fire as of right now, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Now, if we go through the next few days, I'm just going to let you watch this precipitation bubble up during the afternoon and the evening hours each and every day, and we go on in through Monday afternoon. A little bit less coverage there for Monday, but we go back towards Tuesday and you can kind of see it picks up. Well, not really too much on Tuesday, but if we go to Wednesday, it does pick back up again a little bit there as well. So kind of rinse and repeat here over the next few days. Eyes on the sky if you're across the higher terrain of Northern California and the Sierra Nevada. And I scrolled all the way through the 6-day period. You can kind of see where that precipitation is supposed to be. And again, there could be some individual showers producing some heavier precipitation amounts, and these could also be lightning. These lightning strikes could be starting fires. Sometimes it takes those lightning strikes that start those fires a few days to ramp up here. So we may be dealing with some additional fires. I mean, there's been a lot of lightning over the last few days across Northern California, so it would not be a shock at all if we start to get some fires flaring up from those strikes. Now, Looking at the European artificial intelligence, you can see the troughing is going to be here with us, keeping those temperatures suppressed across California. This one could help re-enhance some of the thunderstorm activity as we go through the mid portion of next week. That Gulf of Alaska trough and some troughing here continues to show as we go through the first week of August. Are we going to get some ridging eventually building in here? Well, there it starts to show up as we go 300 plus hours, but it's way too far off into the forecast to get too concerned about it just yet. But I would find it hard to believe that we're not at some point going to get a ridge that develops along the west coast of North America through the extended forecast at some point this summer. You know it's going to happen, but just enjoy it while it lasts. We're dealing with these below normal temperatures that are across some of the region, and I know a lot of people are enjoying that. And if we take a look at the daily 2-meter max temperatures, today is Saturday, July 26th. Here we go. There's some nice lower 80s, mid 80s out there, even in the San Joaquin Valley, just some upper 80s. Of course, desert areas are warmer. That's just typical for this time of year. You can see Phoenix pushing 105, Las Vegas 100, see Los Angeles upper 70s towards 80, San Diego lower mid 70s as well. Then we go on in through Sunday, Monday. We warm up a little bit here as we go through next week. There's Tuesday. You can see 97. I think that's for Redding or Red Bluff up there. And then we go to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Temperatures, not too bad. We're not looking at any big heat wave here in our immediate future. So we'll just continue to watch that on a daily basis. Last month, of course, the coastal areas has been making a lot of news headlines here for some very cool conditions along the immediate coast. But you see some interior areas still have been above normal for the last month. So if we take a look there at the last 2 months, look at some of Northern California, way above normal here. San Joaquin Valley, a lot of Southern California and some of the desert areas way above normal. But a lot of people live on the coastal areas, so that's why these cooler temperatures are making such news headlines. Now, if we take a look at the last 3 months, something similar here as well. But again, the interior areas have been a decent clip above normal. But if you're in the Bay Area and the coastal areas here, of course, that doesn't mean much to you because you've been quite a ways below normal. Now, if we take a look here over the next 15 days, here we are now enjoying and basking in these below normal temperatures. And we scroll through the next few days, the next week or so, and you can still see you got this mixed bag out there as we go through July 2nd. Some areas slightly above, some areas slightly below, continuing some cooler weather there for a lot of the coastal areas. But then we start to warm things up through the extended forecast. But you're still looking 10 plus days off in the forecast, so you don't want to get too concerned about that just yet. We'll see if there's going to be any changes to that. I already showed you the artificial intelligence for today, and there's a below normal signal across a lot of the southwest in the 6 to 10 day outlook, and kind of the mixed bag here. We'll see how that turns out. We'll be watching those systems one by one as they come in. 8 to 14 day, they start to bump that up a little bit here. Some above average temperatures starting to creep in across much of the west. We'll see how that goes. And the 8 to 14 day not telling us much. But anyway, yeah, click like and subscribe. We will do this all again tomorrow. Hope you guys are having a good day otherwise, and I will talk to you guys then.